Welcome back, everyone, to another breathtaking story on our channel. Today, what I'm about to share with you is something that no one saw coming. Something that has left fans completely stunned, gossip columns scrambling for answers, and the entire entertainment world buzzing with disbelief. Yes, we are talking about Yoona and Lee Jun-ho, two of the brightest stars in South Korea, who have just revealed the shocking reason they decided to tie the knot not in their home country, but in the bustling, romantic heart of New York City. Sit tight, because what you're about to hear is more than just a love story. It's a whirlwind of secrets, cultural struggles, and deeply personal revelations that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about them. Now, before we dive deeper, let me ask you, if you had the chance to get married anywhere in the world, would you choose the comfort of home surrounded by familiar faces, or would you escape to a foreign city, free from judgment and expectations, to seal your love quietly? That's exactly the crossroads Yoona and Lee Jun-ho found themselves at, and their choice, New York, wasn't just about luxury, wasn't just about escape. No, there was something much deeper. And today, we're going to unfold every single layer of this shocking decision. It all began when rumors started circulating months ago that the two were closer than just co-stars. Fans who had followed their journey from King the Land noticed the undeniable chemistry that seemed to leap off the screen and continue into real life. At first, many dismissed it as just acting, a pair of professionals doing what they do best. But then came the subtle glances at press events, the way Jun-ho always seemed to lean just a little closer to Yoona, the way Yoona's smile seemed brighter whenever he was near. Slowly, the whispers turned into questions, and the questions turned into theories. Still, no one expected the bombshell that recently dropped. Yoona and Jun-ho are married, and not just married, they secretly did it in New York. Fans everywhere were left screaming in shock. Imagine opening your phone one morning, scrolling through your feed, and seeing your favorite stars confirming that not only are they together, but they've already walked down the aisle. And then comes the twist. Why New York? Why not Seoul, where they're beloved national treasures? Why not give Korean fans the grand wedding they've always dreamed of for them? The answer, as it turns out, is both heartbreaking and heartwarming. Yoona herself shared in a candid moment that the decision came from a place of deep emotional necessity. She admitted that the weight of being a public figure in South Korea sometimes made her feel as though her personal life was not her own. Every move, every gesture, every word could be dissected, criticized, or turned into scandal. "I wanted at least one moment that was just ours," she confessed softly. "A wedding should be about love, about two people promising each other forever, not about the cameras, not about the expectations." Jun-ho echoed her words, revealing that he, too, had felt suffocated by the constant scrutiny. He explained that New York symbolized freedom for them, freedom from tradition, freedom from prying eyes, and freedom to love each other the way they wanted. Can you imagine how heavy it must have felt for them, carrying their love in silence, knowing the world was watching, waiting to pick apart their every move? Here's where it gets even more emotional. According to close insiders, the couple initially considered a private ceremony in Seoul. They even looked at venues that could accommodate a quiet gathering. But every attempt was met with obstacles. Word spread too quickly. Leaks to the press made them anxious. At one point, Yoona reportedly broke down in tears after hearing that a supposedly confidential planning meeting had been overheard by reporters. It was then that Jun-ho made a bold suggestion: let's do it somewhere far away. Somewhere it's just us. And that's how New York entered the picture. But it wasn't just about privacy. There's another layer to this shocking choice, a deeply personal story that will tug at your heartstrings. Jun-ho revealed that New York held a special place in his heart because years ago, during one of his tours, he had walked through Central Park and thought to himself, "If I ever get married, I'd want to bring the person I love here." At the time, it was nothing but a dream. But when Yoona entered his life, he realized she was the one he had been waiting for. And so, fulfilling that quiet promise to himself became a symbolic act of sealing their love. Now, I want you, dear listener, to imagine this scene. Yoona in a simple yet breathtaking gown, her natural beauty glowing under the soft lights of a small New York chapel. Jun-ho, dressed sharply but not extravagantly, his eyes never leaving hers. No flashing cameras, no reporters pushing microphones in their faces, just the sound of their vows echoing softly in a room filled only with their closest friends and family. Doesn't that sound like a fairy tale? But wait, it gets even more surprising. Not everyone was happy with their choice. Some fans in South Korea expressed disappointment, saying they felt left out of a moment they had long dreamed of witnessing. Others questioned whether the couple had turned their backs on tradition. Yet, as the story unfolded, more and more fans came to understand the profound courage it took for Yoona and Junho to claim this moment for themselves. After all, isn't love about making choices that feel right for the heart, no matter what others may say? Let me ask you this. If you were in their shoes, would you have chosen to bow to tradition and pressure, or would you have risked disappointing people to follow your heart? Think about it, because that's exactly the dilemma they faced. Another shocking detail came to light when insiders revealed that even their families initially resisted the idea. Yoona's parents, especially, were worried about what the public would say. But after witnessing how determined the couple was, and after hearing Yoona's tearful explanation that she wanted her wedding to feel like hers, her family finally gave their blessing. Junho's parents, too, though hesitant, eventually realized that their son had never been so sure of anything in his life. And so, with families reluctantly but lovingly supporting them, the New York plan moved forward. On the day of the wedding, guests were flown in quietly. Phones were collected at the door to ensure no photos or videos leaked before the couple was ready. It was described as an atmosphere of pure joy and intimacy. A friend who attended revealed that when Junho began his vows, his voice trembled with emotion, and Yoona wiped away tears before whispering, "It's okay, I'm here." Can you feel the sincerity in that moment? And here's where the story takes another twist. After the ceremony, instead of throwing a grand reception, they chose to walk hand in hand through the streets of New York, blending in with the city's endless crowd. No one recognized them. For once, they weren't stars, weren't idols. They were just two people in love. A witness even shared that they saw the couple laughing freely, grabbing a slice of pizza from a small shop, and feeding each other in the most carefree way. Doesn't that image warm your heart? So, what's the shocking reason behind their New York wedding instead of South Korea? It boils down to three powerful truths: their desire for privacy, their wish to honor a deeply personal dream, and their need to escape the crushing expectations of fame. They wanted their marriage to begin with authenticity, not spectacle. And in doing so, they've given us all a reminder that love is about choice, courage, and the willingness to fight for your own happiness. Now, dear listeners, what do you think? Do you support their choice to marry in New York, away from the prying eyes of the public? Or do you feel they owed it to their Korean fans to celebrate at home? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is already heating up online, and your voice matters in shaping the conversation. One thing is for sure: Yoona and Lee Junho have rewritten the rules of celebrity romance. They've shown us that even in a world where everything seems scripted and planned, love can still surprise us, still shock us, still make us believe in fairy tales. And maybe, just maybe, their bold decision will inspire other stars to choose love over pressure, sincerity over spectacle, and happiness over expectations. And remember, sometimes the most shocking revelations aren't the scandals or the drama, but the quiet choices that prove how real love can be.